Everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. I'm making a batch of Applejack Peel. This is a dupe of, I don't know, I think a fragrance called Applejack and Peel. I don't know who makes it, and I don't know if it smells the same because I've never smelled the original, but it does smell great. It's got notes of cinnamon and clove, what else did I read? Grapefruit, lemon, orange zest. I don't even think there's apples in it, so I don't know why they call it that, but perfect fall fragrance. And so I decided to use fall colors. I'm not doing anything apple-y, but I'm going to do like fall leaves. So I'm doing orange, yellow. This is Bright Yellow Raincoat from Mad Oils. I have Mantis Green Mica from Nurture Soap, and then this beautiful Satin Penny that I don't use often enough. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to use a little bit of color inside. The soap's going to be white. Use a little bit of color inside, and then I'm going to just pipe some leaves on the top, like a leaf pile type thing. I thought that that would be nice and fall, and I didn't want to do anything apple-y because I have other apple soap, so I don't have gloves on. I have my goggles on and no gloves. That makes no sense, so. Alright, I'm going to put these on. So what I'm going to do when I pipe, I have a leaf tip in there, and I'll tell you which one when I get to that point. But I'm going to start off with one color in the bag, and I'm going to just pipe leaves randomly on the top with that color. And then I'm going to add the next color right in the same bag, so the leaves will start to look like they have a little bit of other colors in them, kind of like fall leaves would look. So that, and that saved me from having to use a bunch of different bags and piping tips. I thought that was pretty genius of me. Hopefully it'll look good. Now, I've never soaped with this, so I don't know what the fragrance is going to do, so I'll wait and add it. Now, I'm going to try, really try, just to not do too much color inside. But I do need enough for the leaves. I always save too much. I just found out there's a restaurant supply store right down the road from me, like not even a mile. So I gotta find out that it's open to the public. So I'm gonna go check it out and see if they have any different containers, because I'll be honest, these containers, they drive me crazy. This is fine when it's not too full, but once it gets full, I dump it every time. And it's the biggest container that I own. And I obviously need that size for my bigger molds, or my bigger soaps, so I'm going to go and see if they have any. It would be nice to have a pour spout. It's kind of hard to find big containers with pour spouts. If anybody knows of any, and you want to fill me in, let me know. That would be awesome. Because I search online and I just don't seem to find what I'm looking for. Of course the handle would be great, but it's probably wouldn't have a handle if it's that big. But a pour spout would certainly be good. I don't know how many ounces this holds. Plus the negative to these buckets are they're extremely hard to get all the soap out because there's so many like little nooks and crannies in them, and you guys know me, I gotta get the soap out. So that kind of drives me nuts. I love Satin Penny. I thought it was perfect in this color, or in this soap. Alright, so Okay, I have Leaf Tip Wilton 67, and I've started out with green, and I'm just going to randomly pipe leaves if it's thick enough. If not, I think it'll be fine. This fragrance is so good, and with my experience, anything with cinnamon in it always accelerates really quickly for me. So whenever I have a fragrance with cinnamon on it, I think in my head this is definitely going to rice or accelerate. But this thickened, but it was still definitely doable. Now I kind of wanted some of these to stick up a little, and I'm going to just kind of pile them on top of each other. So it's not going to matter if I don't have enough, or if I have too much piping, because they're just going to kind of, and I think when you cut it, you'll see all the different colors in the top of the cut, which I think will be pretty. So this has no rhyme or reason, no pattern, no, I'm just doing it until I get low enough where I want to add the next color. But it smells so nice. It smells just like fall, and it actually smells like fall time. I used to. I don't so much anymore because I always have, the house always smells like soap and fragrances as it is. But I used to do candles or wax melts, and I would burn a lot more in the fall than any other time of year. And this is what this fragrance reminds me of, just like the perfect fall fragrance, almost like you'd smell if you went to a cider mill, or it's just really nice. And the inspiration kind of in my mind was, I am from upstate New York, like the country, and if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you could look up pictures, but I have never seen any scenery more beautiful than upstate New York in the fall time, because it's so hilly and mountainous. Where I'm from, there are so many beautiful places to just drive and look at the leaves changing, and I miss that, not living up there, because we don't have any, it's all flat here. So, and as far as changing leaves, we may get a few changing leaves around Thanksgiving time here, but other than that, it doesn't really ever feel like fall to me here, so that's why I like to burn candles and stuff. It just kind of makes me feel, and I always plant mums and get my scarecrow out, my fall decorations. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to add, what do I want to add next? I think I'll go with orange, so I can kind of separate the orange and the satin pennies. Now this is really thickened up. It'll be perfect for piping, as long as the others don't thicken too much up on me in the meantime. Applejack peel. I went ahead and cut them into four of the short loaves again. And I am just loving the colors. It just looks so fall to me. And the smell. I mean, sometimes cinnamon, which I love it, but sometimes it gives me a headache if it's too strong. This has some cinnamon, but it's got some apple notes, and I just love it. Oh, and it's so pretty. Yay! I was hoping you could see the different colors on the top. So this one I just swirled, I'm trying to remember, I think with the end of a spoon, and that was just like an in the pot swirl. So I was just kind of curious to see what how they would turn out. And I'm loving it. Love that satin penny. I don't know why I don't use it more often. I did get a small amount of soda ash on here. I don't know if you can see, but only on the satin penny color and only on like one side of it. It was really weird, but I thought it kind of added to it, so I didn't steam it off. It may just have been that the color, my camera battery just died with no warning or anything, so I don't even know if you guys heard what I said. I was talking about the soda ash on it, but I feel like it kind of added to it, so I didn't worry about steaming it off. But it could have been just a little bit of the color morphed, because I had it mixed in there with, you know, there was a little bit of the other colors in there too. But I kind of liked how it looked variegated. It's cool. I don't think I could make a fall soap that's any more fall than this one. I love it. And I love the smell. I used to make wax melts quite often, and I found that I really didn't have the time or the room, the space to do both, and I preferred soaping, you know. So I still have some of the stuff, and I still make some for some people that ask me for them, but I've never used this particular fragrance in wax melts, but I think it would be really nice. I just love it. Look at the little dots and everything. I don't know. They're just really fun, and I really like, if you noticed when I added the fragrance, it was really yellow. So it went from, even though I used titanium dioxide, it went from a white to like this creamy light ivory color, which ended up being perfect. I like it more than if it would have been white, I think. Oh, how cool is that? I don't know if you guys want to keep seeing me cut them or if you've seen enough. I think they all look so different. I'm in love. When I was younger, my best friend and I used to say, if we loved something, you know, it didn't matter, inanimate objects, it didn't matter what it was, but we always said, oh, I'm going to marry it. I would marry this soap. Look, it almost looks like wood. I don't even know. I'm so happy it came out too, because I went through like a week where I felt like I had no inspiration at all. I wasn't, you know, nothing was jumping out at me as far as design or fragrance, and I was a little frustrated. And I took a few, oh, look at that, it's like a wave. Like a surfer could just ride that wave. So I took a couple days off, and then I decided, I came up with the raspberry truffle and really liked that. Ooh, look at that one. So then after that, I kind of felt like I got my mojo back a little bit. But I guess everybody goes through those times when you may not feel as inspired. But then when you make a really cool soap, then you really get inspired. Ooh, look at that. This is one of those soaps that sometimes you pipe on the top and it looks really good, but when you cut it, you know, you lose the prettiness of the top. And then there's sometimes you do a top, you know, knowing what it's going to look like cut, and the top might not look as good. I don't know, it was just really, the picture I didn't think did it justice, because it was really pretty. The colors are really bright. Oh, that's cool. And then last one. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.